Okay, welcome back to Pools of Darkness. Fourth game in, well, I don't even know how to, there's no name for this series of games you can import characters into. They call it the Pool of Radiance series, so I guess it's the fourth game in the Pool of Radiance series, which is all part of the Gold Box series. Anyways. It's pretty high-end stuff. The problem is, of course, that it's not like modern D&D. Or most modern RPGs of any kind, really. You know, in most RPGs, there's, like, progression from first level to max level. So that there's a point to leveling, you know. You get something, I mean, not necessarily at every level. I'm not saying every level, but you get something from first level to max level here and there to make progression have a clear purpose. Here, though, progression basically stops at like 20th level. But you can go to 40th level if you just want like an extra 30 HP or something. So yeah, leveling's not super impactful anymore, but that's all right. I mean, the power level is pretty much set, and equipment is not going to go get out of hand. So you know, it's mostly just tricky combats throughout this game, which is fine, I guess. I mean, it's always a bummer to not have progression, but you know. Anyways, so this is a big game. Definitely a fairly hefty game compared to the last two. There's a lot of locations. There's a lot of fights. A lot of things. And so the core concept of the game is that there are these 4 lieutenants of Bane. And you have to go around to different locations. So there's the main world, the realms, the Forgotten Realms, you know, Faerun or whatever. And you have to go around to different locations on that overworld that we saw last time. And a handful of those are the big locations. There's like 4 big locations. And you go through there. And, you know, they're lengthy experiences in their own right. But then eventually, at the end of those locations, you're going to find a gateway that goes to another dimension. And that's where the lieutenants are actually located. And so I've done one of those. I did Thorn, the ancient red dragon, who wasn't too bad. And then the second one is, it feels like the longest one, because it's the drow section. And there's actually a female drow on the cover of the game. So I feel like, you know, you'd think the cover of the game would have like Bane and his 4 lieutenants, but no, it's literally just like 3 female drow, just kind of in leotards and bikinis and stuff. So, you know. But anyways, it's been a very lengthy section. And eventually you go to, not the Underdark or anything like that. You just go to another dimension. Where this drow queen exists or something like that. I'm not quite sure what she is exactly. No, she's not a... What is she? I don't know. I guess we'll find out in this video, because we're planning on fighting her. But anyways, the thing is, well, the Thorn location, his realm didn't have this map, didn't have an overworld map. But this one does, because it's pretty big. But there's a lot of locations here that are essentially just like small little, very optional sections with a few battles. So it's bigger than it actually is, I think. Or it looks bigger than it actually is. But when you go to another dimension, you are told by Elminster that basically all of your magical items will be destroyed when you go through the portal. And he has a storage chest or whatever that you can dump all your magic items into before you go in, and then you get them back when you come back. But that means that when you go to another dimension, you are stripped. You can carry over basic equipment, non-magical stuff, just longsword, banded mail, stuff like that. And there are certain magical items that can be brought over, like really powerful, unique stuff. Or in this case, I could bring over drow equipment because, it's a drow realm. But otherwise, I mean, if we look at my characters here, they are pretty bare bones. Mangg has a drow longsword, drow chainmail, and a silver shield that I found here. And so it's kind of interesting because on the one hand, you kind of are scrambling every time you go to a realm to like find whatever equipment you can, and you're just like a ragtag kind of working with what you get sort of stuff, which is cool. On the other hand, spells are always just fucking spells, so it doesn't really help the whole fireball supremacy aspect because it just makes you rely on spells even more. So if you went into if you were playing 6 fighters or something like that, which I don't even know if it's probably doable, I guess. If you were doing 6 fighters, yeah, you're gonna have a hell of a time. Especially the drow have been rough, even with spellcasters, because they all have like 50% spell immunity that they can just shrug off every other spell. But then also, like, basically all of them can also cast spells, and so they're firing out hold persons, they're firing out fireballs, they're firing out disintegrates, and it's just like, holy shit. So it's not, these battles have not been like auto battles. I have had to kind of manage every battle here. Which I guess is sort of what I wanted, and it's not like I can just dump out 4 fireballs and that's it, that's the battle. Because, most of the drow are just gonna kind of ignore it. But yeah, so it's kind of interesting. But alright, we're gonna head into the village that's in front of Calliste's parlor, and we got to go through this village to get to Calliste's, the big bad. Now, an interesting aspect here for this game is that they actually reuse maps. They reuse maps for all these like little locations. So this village map I've seen at least like 3 times in this domain, in this dimension beforehand. And what's funny is the auto map just uses the same map, so it looks like I've already explored half this location, but yeah, I have not. So our goal here is obviously just to get to Calliste's parlor. And there's very little that happens here, but if we wander around, we'll just get into some battles with spiders, and we don't really care for that, so let's just move through. An unbroken wall of gossamer comes into view. It is Calliste's parlor. You spot Locast ahead of you, just now reaching the wall. Her drider mount is flighty, as is her escort. This is recorded as Journal Entry 14. So I mean, the journal entries and the writing is pretty evocative. And I think it's kind of a decent enough system, and it's pretty nice because if I don't care about a journal entry, I just don't have to read it. I don't have to like skip through it or anything like that, and just be like, yeah, okay, cool. But if you want to read all this, it's not too bad. There's definitely some typos. I don't know if these were present in the original physical journals or not. But still. I don't even know who Locast is, so Spiders erupt from the interior. Some boil over the wall to cut off retreat. You watch in horror as Locast is devoured alive. Okay, try to enter. As you reach the wall, green spiders scurry forward. They shy away from the ward of safe passage. You are in the foyer of Calliste's parlor. Pets scuttle about, but the ward keeps you safe. Yeah, so we had to go get this ward of safe passage from one of the other locations. And that's the only way to get into the parlor. There's a lot of spiders in this dimension. It's a pretty shitty dimension. Alright, but now we're in Calliste's parlor, which is basically the final location for this dimension. It's 2 levels. So we have to get to the lower level, location 17. But we have to destroy her eggs? Oh, that's also in 17. Okay. Then, I don't know. I could just wander around, I suppose. Boy, I feel like we could just bum rush the boss very quickly here. What else is in here, then? Okay, I mean, there's a lot of rooms that are just, like, barracks or filled with guards, and you walk in and you fight a bunch of guards, you know? Oh, okay, so yeah, we have a dwarf with us, Storm. We rescued him from the stockades. He's trying to find his sister, so let's go rescue his sister, because she's in here. She's up in the upper left. You found the kitchen. The cook, an ogre, stands above a chopping block, cleaver raised. A dwarf girl struggles in his grasp. Storm cries out, "What do you do?" Rescue. Guards, pets, and spiders arrive. The pets and... Okay. Alright, so here's a battle. We've got these massive spiders, the pets of Calliste's. 3 attacks per round, immune to a bunch of magic. And they have a deadly poison attack, so that's bad. Then there's the drow sorcerers, which cast some pretty nasty spells on you. And there's some gaze spiders in there as well. So Mangg will just start beating on stuff, but everyone else basically just delayed blast fireballs up the ass. Nice, nice, nice. How about some more delayed blast fireballs? Does anybody want some of that? Okay. Hold monsters also pretty good, but these spiders don't have those magic immunity or anything, so let's just keep fireballing. Okay. Oh, okay, dead. Dead. Well, technically just poisoned, but yeah. Confused. Honestly, not too much to do here. What are they, immune to magic missile? No, there you go. There you go. So, I mean, I have plenty of neutralized poisons, so it's not like cheating or anything to just recover that. You can loot them. There's stuff, I guess. Banded mail +2, flail +2, a potion of haste. You know. Still mostly leaving everything. Party gains XP. The dwarf girl jumps down from the chopping block and thanks you. Arta, Storm says. She hugs him. This is recorded as journal entry 80. See, that's something I would probably just skip. Alright, she tells you to kill the children. You must help the others, she tells you. We feed the hellspawn of Callistes. Sacrifices are dropped through a trapdoor into the larder. There they wait until the creatures are hungry. They are butchered and prepared as dinner. You ask more about the trapdoor. She smiles wryly. You're standing on it. Okay. A hellish sight greets you. Bound creatures moan in fear at your approach. Please don't take me, they chorus. I'm stringy, I'm tough, I'm just skin and bones. Rescue slaves. What's the use? We'll never be free until Callistes and her children are dead. Yeah, we'll work on that, actually. Okay, so now we dropped into the bottom room. Or the bottom floor, which is fine, because there isn't a whole lot else to find. Oh. We gotta get to the audience chamber. Okay. Okay, hold on. I don't really need it. That's the thing. I don't need XP anymore. Really. There's not a whole lot left for me to gain. A couple of characters do have to work still up to 9th level magic, but 9th level magic is not that good. Once you get Delayed Blast Fireball, that's kind of it. So yeah, mostly we just want to go kill the boss, I guess. And we got more drow. So, for a fight like this, probably hold monster's still kind of the best. Because if everyone fires off hold monster, you will pretty quickly get all of them. Now, it is harder that they get a bonus to the save, I think, if you target, like, multiple with one cast. But I find it's best to just spit out as many casts as possible. You'll get them. You'll get them. There you go. That's all of them. Then it's over. That's what I found to kind of work best with a drow battle like that, where they're all next to you in a line. Fireballs aren't really effective there. Okay. Pets swarm about you, but sensing the war, do not attack. I mean, in this case, we might be able to do all right with a lightning bolt. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. Ah, damn it. Pretty good, though. Not too bad. And Mangg leveled up to Paladin 22. And his big reward is +3 hit points. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason you probably want to dual class everybody. Because the higher levels are pointless. And everyone benefits from being able to cast Fireball. I mean, it's a no-brainer. And really, you probably want, like, probably 4 Rangers. Ranger magic user dual classes. And then 1 cleric magic user, and then 1, like, some sort of multi-class thief. A dark, mazy room lies ahead. You hear soft slurps and scuttling noises. Your amulets fade in power. Ooh, we're entering the real shit now. Driders. Okay. Driders aren't too bad. They can paralyze on hit, but it's relatively uncommon. And they don't have a whole lot of health. It's funny, I normally think of Driders as pretty terrifying enemies, but... There you go. Where am I going? There we go. Phase spiders. So they also have deadly poison, so they can just kill targets if they fail their save. But other than that, they don't cast spells, and they don't have a whole lot of hit points. So, pretty basic stuff. Where am I? I need to go this way. No, wait, what? What am I doing? Fuck it. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I think? No, god damn it. I went too far in. Fuck. Now what am I fighting? Medusas? Why are there Medusas here? No XP, no treasure, no purpose other than just slowing you down. Salamanders? What the fuck? It's just everything here. It's a menagerie. Good. Oblong gelatinous eggs line the walls, pulsing with light. What do you do? I'm going to destroy them. You regain XP. No egg remains whole as you carry out your gory task. The commotion brings someone. Callistes sees the ruins and screams, "How dare you!" Alright, here's the big battle that I didn't buff for whatsoever. Okay, so Callistes herself is, right here. So she has 54 health. That's quite low for a big boss. But she has 170 magic resistance, which is massive. -9 AC, -4 Thaco, 7 attacks per round, dealing 1d10 plus 11 damage each. She's immune to death magic, poison, decapitation, confusion, cold, electricity, fear, fire, gaze attacks, and weapons lower than +2. Fuck. Alright, well, obviously, the answer is as many... fucking Imola has fallen so far behind on spells. It's embarrassing. I guess fireballs. We also have loads of drow everywhere that I have to... I mean, look at that. They all shrugged it off, except for one. Shit. Yeah. Yeah. It's not great. I guess let's throw out some confusions just to hope for the best. Nothing. There's a lot of casts going off now. That's gonna be bad. Okay, we got a couple more. I guess Mangg's gonna have to step up towards her. Alright, he got her to half health with one turn, so that's pretty good. But it's the least of our concerns, really. Yeah, that's all pretty bad. And now you've made it so I can't cast spells. So that's pretty bad. Yeah, like, no one's casting anything ever again at this point. Hiram's dead. He's not casting anything. Okay, Rosalina did get a spell cast off. Well, Gregory probably would have gotten a spell if I hadn't just hit him. And that was that. Okay. Well, that's what you get for not buffing anything. No bueno. No bueno at all. So let's try it again, and we'll be properly buffed. And we need to spread out the fireballs a bit more. We need to stop casting. So you need to hit a target, much like us. If they hit them before their turn, they can't cast that turn. So we gotta just do that and spread the love a bit. But it's really annoying because they're gonna shrug off, 50% of spells. So on average, you gotta send like 2 fireballs to each group. But I don't have that many fireball casters. So it's not great. I don't think they're hitting me with any fires, so that's nothing. Enlarge on everybody, of course. Mirror images. Globe of invulnerabilities. Fire touches. That's all good. Regular globe of invulnerability. That might help. Imola more enlarges on various people that might attack in melee. Mirror image, bark skin. Protection from fire. On yourself. Okay, Serena. Protection from evil on everybody else. Enlarge on anyone else. I don't think this warrants a haste, but I guess it could. You can actually buy elixirs of youth in this game, finally. So, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's haste. It's the last game. I mean, we may as well, right? Minor globe invulnerability. Fire touch on some more people. There's a lot of buffs actually listed on my characters. Iron skin. That's fine. Rosalina, I think everyone's enlarged. Mirror image. That's it. Gregory, mirror image. Vulnerability, iron skin, globe invulnerability. We're good. Let's save and do it to it. Okay. So. Let's go for the big delayed blast right here. We're gonna try and cut this short. That was pretty good. Then other fireballs need to just go here. Try and limit spellcasting as much as possible. Fuck. I mean, see, that's terrible. And they already got a spell off on us, preventing half of my people from doing anything. Boom. Ballisti's dead. One rounded. Thanks to Enlarge and Fire Touch. 1d8 plus 13 damage. And then, yeah, Fire Touch. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. And haste, so he actually gets more attack. Okay. We're still very far from out of the woods, though. Ballisti's was like I said, the least of my concerns. Simply too many spells. Alright, Fireball. Yes. Okay, Storm is confused and just killed Serena, so that's good. We're gonna go down here. That was fairly solid. Gregory has more fireballs. Something. Okay, more fireballs, I suppose. Thank God for Mirror Image, helping out. We got another delayed blast fireball. Let's send it down here. Nice, nice, nice. We're pretty close to winning here. Not everyone survived, but that's fine. XP doesn't matter. Good. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Yep, that's gonna happen. What else do we got? Probably just Fireball. Good. Alright, I think we... Jesus, man, really wiped out the team. Alright, Meteor Swarm. Yeah, so it, like, sends explosions, like mini fireballs, to a location, and then also hits anything that's on the way to that location. It was... Oh, no, done. Okay. 94,000 XP for the 3 characters that were up, including the NPC. But we won. A bunch of stuff. Is anything worth getting here? Bastard sword +4, dagger +4, long sword +4, spear +4, two-handed sword +4. But we're gonna lose all of that when we go back through the portal, like right now. So, useless. You have it, the ring. You must hurry back to the realms. A drow slave strides forward into the carnage. He sneers, I have been watching your progress. Now it is time I stepped in. This is recorded as journal entry 40. I couldn't have done it better myself. My master will be most pleased. You did away with one of his greatest enemies and captured one of his most desired prizes, all without him needing to sacrifice a single one of his own. Yes, I was carefully chosen and trained for years before I could even infiltrate this den of excess. But my stay is over now, as soon as you hand me that ring. You wouldn't be thinking of denying me, would you? I promise you my master trained me well. This creature was a blundering, graceless idiot. No subtlety, no art, no depth. But I promise you, Tanatal has all this, and he's gifted me with enough to deal with the likes of you. Give me the ring now. I'm not alone here. Creatures flock to his aid. Okay, so we didn't even have an option, and we have 2 characters up. So, yeah, this will be a little tricky. I guess let's open with a fireball. We got bits of Moander here. That are immune to fire. Not immune to cold, though, so... Alright, so let's go with Cone of Cold. And soften them up a bit. I think we got this. They can petrify us, and they did just petrify Hiram. So it's possible we don't got this. Yep, we don't got this. What the fuck? I have to do both of those fights in a row? Holy shit! That is brutal. That is really brutal, actually. Now, I could have healed. Between the first fight and the second. I could have cheated. But I didn't. I don't like to do that, because that's really breaking the game. That's technically not something you could do normally. So that's rough. I guess we got to do this fight over again. Alright, again, one-rounded Callistes. No problems there. Just problems everywhere else. Kind of luck of the draw, you know, as far as like which drow are affected by the fireballs or not, you know, it's just hope for the best. There's not a whole lot else you can do. Like, that was pretty minor. Not a great use of my shit. And, you know, crapshoot of who gets confused or not. Who gets held or not. So now I've got two of my characters held. But thankfully Storm was also confused, so that sort of helped out. And thankfully Serena is getting a lot of casts off of Blade Blast Fireball. Which is exactly what we want. Fuck, I mean, it's just... It's a crapshoot. Alright, fuck it. Okay, I think we're in better shape than last time. I'm gonna try out some bold monsters. So Imola went down, but that's a lot better so far than last time. Nothing. Again, I'm gonna go for whole monster. Old monster. They're this separated. It's kind of the best bet. Just have to hope we get it. Come on, give me one. Give me one. At least. Okay, we got one. We got two. We got the champions. Alright, and we just gotta get the wizards. Them wizards. Nope. Alright, well, he killed one. Alright, fuck it. Just kill him. Just kill him. You can do it. Rosalina went down. That's it. Okay, so we lost two. A better result, I think. Okay, yeah, Hiram open with... Actually, Ice Storm. Because I think Ice Storm is actually magic damage, of all things. So it should be okay. We will find out. Yep, there you go. Good, good. Ice Storm will do the trick. In general, it's a shit spell, because it doesn't scale nearly as well as Fireball and Magic Missile do. But it is an AoE that does magic damage, and that has its own value. Nice. In the bag. Alright. Whew, boy. That's a fight. That was a fight. But not too bad. I mean, 2 tries is not too bad. Well, technically, like 3 tries. And we got 3 level ups out of it. Serena to Mage 22. And at this point, you just start grabbing spells that are like, I don't know, maybe I'll need this someday. Like Power Word Blind. Thief 17 for Rosalina. +1 hit point. Gregory is still not dual class. He's Mage 17. He has to get to Mage 19 to dual class again. So that has taken a lot longer than I guess I thought it would. But he has pretty much like gotten... He's one of my best spellcasters at this point. So that's good. I guess Disintegrate, sure. Okay. Whew. Alright, so from this point... We have to go all the way back to the start? Yeah, we have to go back to the ruined temple. Okay, we have to retrace all our steps. Fun. And we're still gonna get attacked the whole way. Because why wouldn't we? You know. But yeah, I would say overall, I'm like, overall, I'm kind of ready for just like a reset, you know? I'm looking forward to going back, starting a fresh game at level 1, you know, and going back to that for a bit. Where not every battle is just like fight for your life with fireballs and delayed blast fireballs and disintegrates and everything's holding me and turning me to stone or poison, you know, all that kind of stuff. Why did I queue up Fireball? I think I was just talking about Fireball. I mean, this is epic. I mean, this game is pretty epic, and it's I think pretty cool for like sort of a late game kind of campaign, or you know, a series of adventures. You're going to other dimensions and you're fighting, you know, drow queens and ancient red dragons, and you know, you're fighting all these like extremely high-end enemies, and it just feels pretty epic. So I have to give it to that. I have to give it to that. I think it's funny though, because it's like, I wonder if anyone picked up Pools of Darkness as like their first gold box game or something. It seems like it would be, I don't know, it's wildly out of control from the start. Like you gotta start a fresh party and you're just, I don't know. It's funny to have such like a high-end adventure as like just a standalone product that you could buy and start fresh. But yeah, you know, I guess we're doing it properly at least. We worked our way up to this. And that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like we've been on this epic campaign, you know, and leveled up these characters from level 1. And it's a really cool experience that would normally maybe be contained in one single game. Like, you know, Wrath of the Righteous or something. And Wrath of the Righteous, also very epic. But, yeah, this has been a lengthy, cool experience from start to finish so far. But, like I said, I think it'll be cool to start a fresh game, new experience, level 1. You know, it's like starting a new D&D campaign. There's always an excitement to that. The possibilities. You know, I don't know if I'd ever really get tired of just like starting a fresh D&D campaign and fighting goblins again, you know, at level 1. There's just, I don't know, something so pure about that. Apparently my characters are too stupid to get across the bridge there. And they're just gonna cast like Disintegrate on us. Oh God, why are you so dumb? Fine. Fine. Bu- 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 bu. Didn't even hit everything. Didn't even hit everything. That took way longer than it should have. Oh, we don't have the ward anymore. That's right. It stopped working. Oh, well. But yeah, I mean, you know, since, like, the second game... Or actually, I think I talked about it in the first game a bit, too. How I think... You know, this series has done a pretty good job a lot of the time of making locations feel kind of unique, you know, and thematic. And I think this domain has felt like some horrible drow spider nightmare, you know. The locations, like the terrain outdoors and stuff, the enemies, and yeah, it's all, and like sort of the events that happen. It all feels like just a high-end, high-level just nightmare that you want to get out of. And we do have to get out of here. That's here. No. Other side. No? Yes. What about my sister, Crystar? I'll not leave without her. We got your sister. What are you talking about? Yeah, fuck you, dude. I got your sister. I don't know why you didn't leave us. Alright, Elminster notices your arrival and approaches. The crystal ring! This is well, indeed. Journal entry 82. With this ring, Calliste's robbed the sun of its light. Now that she is lost, it will shine again. This is a bitter blow to Bane. In the eternal night forced by the power of the crystal ring, creatures of darkness were free to wander as they would. Now, at least, they are confined to nocturnal activity. No longer will vampires fly at noon. That's good. Yeah, so that's it. We're done here. So now we go back to the realms. Of course. Realize that any items from the outer dimension will be destroyed as we approach the prime material plane. Yes. Okay, so now, annoyingly, you have to then pick up all your shit from his giant pool of items and re-equip it all to your characters. And there's no, like, loadouts or anything like that. You have to do this all manually. Thankfully, he keeps it in the same order in which you dumped it. So if you can kind of remember, like, where your inventory for each character stopped, you know, then you can kind of take just what you need. That might be the end of Mangg's stuff. I'm pretty sure Hiram had the gauntlets. And he had... Yeah, okay, he wouldn't have had 2 rings. Oh, shit. It's gonna be fucked, isn't it? Oh, it's gonna be fucked. We carried too much over. God damn it. Because I'm carrying all my drow shit. Ah, oh, damn it. It's all gonna be shit ass. Alright, and we're back outside in the world. Okay, jeez. I think Mangg's pretty simple. We don't have to worry too much about him. That's his loadout. Hiram is pretty similar. Actually didn't... No, well, Mangg must have had a helm, right? Okay, I don't know how that ended up there, but... The sword and shield plus 4, gauntlets, and the helm. Okay, Imola had various things. arrows. Oh, but it also has a plate mail +4 for some reason. And 2 rings of fire resistance. That doesn't seem right at all. Okay. He left out his armor, I guess. Good, I think. Is Himmel really that low? Oh, because he doesn't have a shield. That'll do it. Shield's pretty big AC bump. And he doesn't use a shield because he just uses a bow, so I don't know why I have him so high up in the list. Okay. Yeah, this isn't right. This isn't right. You need this stuff. God, it's so lame. I don't think the Ring of Protection does anything for you. Yeah, it's not really like Pathfinder. I don't think it stacks with armor. Helm +3, protection from evil, cold resist. Banner mail +2, shield +3. She usually... Oh no, she can't wear armor. She has to use the bracers. Alright, that's fine. Rosalina then has plate mail +4, shield and sword +5, helm. Yada yada yada. It should be fine. Gregory is still not where he needs to be. He can't use helms for some reason. I thought everyone could use helms. But he's got a cloak of protection +3, so... You know, there you go. That's pretty good. Probably not exactly what I had before, but whatever. So then, yeah, I've just been going counterclockwise around this region. So we're done with the top half. 2 of the 4. So we still have Moander and that whole section. That's the big 3rd section. And then I think Mole Master is the 4th section. Okay. So, no, the Beholder Caves and the Red Tower are the big locations. The Red Tower? Is that the Tower of Marcus? I think so. Yeah, okay. So we're keeping going. So I mean, I can show you another just side location. They're very simple. There's a sense of disuse about the small village. Wind-swept weeds seem to be its only inhabitants. And yeah, so these locations are typically very small. The bodies of several priests lie here. The symbol of Bane is inscribed on their robes. Okay. That's it. A powerfully built huntsman slips behind you and holds a dagger at your back. Easy like. Who holds your allegiance? Flan. Sorry for the rough welcome. Can't be too careful these days, what with times such as they are. Journal entry 43. I am Elgin, a hunter, and the last of our village still alive. First, Dark Elves raided from the north, carrying away any they could capture. Then the forest came alive around the tower to the east. When the walking trees came, we were finished. Our people were all crushed or run off to the woods southwest near Mithranor. I do not know what the survivors face there, but at least they can be assured that a tree will act like a tree. I'll leave for Mithranor Woods. Farewell. And that's it. That's the whole That's the whole thing. Yeah, that's the whole thing. So there's a bunch of little locations like that that aren't too impactful in any way. You regard an ominous scene. This is recorded as journal entry 99. You see in the distance a tall black slab rising out of the trees of the elven court. Around the base, a stone wall surrounds a wild garden. As you draw closer, the foul mists that shroud the top of the monolith dissipate for a moment, and you see the tower rises to meet a small dot suspended high in the sky. You are standing before a red tower. The tower has 11 levels? You enter the garden of the red tower. That's a sweet looking image. Ooh. Okay, Tower of Marcus. 11 levels. Oh, this is the evil wizard Marcus from Secret of the Silver Blades that we, like, never met, really, because he just always had his intern talk to us, and then he fled. Okay. Boy, 11 levels. And then you eventually kill Marcus at the top. And then you go to Tanatal's dimension at the end. Oh, it looks so cool. It's a giant corpse of the god Moander that you move across. That's sweet. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And so you travel to the foot, the arm, the ear, the hair, the tear duct, the mouth, a wound that leads you to Moander's heart. Cool. See, that's epic. That's thematic. That's sweet. I like that a lot. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so I'm gonna end the video here because I'm a bit stuffed up. But I wanted to. This is sort of the halfway point, probably, maybe, ish. So I wanted to get in a video here just to kind of show you the different dimensions and how the loot system works, because that is kind of a relatively big aspect of the game, but it's also a big game, so there's a lot to do. Yeah, so far I think it's pretty great. Yeah, it's hard to say because it kind of makes me yearn for the simple days of Pool of Radiance again. I think all this high-end, you know, walking across the corpse of a dead god is pretty sweet. The high-end battles are pretty sweet, but there's also a simplicity that's been lost at this point. So it's kind of hard to say. I think it's good. I also think, obviously, the same sort of combat of every game does wear on you a bit by this point. So that might be influencing things a little bit. But I'm still enjoying it. I'm still going to keep playing. As soon as I hit stop recording, I'm going to just keep playing, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah. Yeah. So I'll keep playing. I'll kill the other two. Actually, I don't think we even have to fight Bane. Do you not fight Bane? No, you don't fight Bane. You just have to fight his 4 lieutenants and then it's over. Okay, so I guess I'll do this tower. And you have to save Gothmenis for last. So you have to do this tower first. And then you go into the Beholder Caves. And you go to Bane's Dimension afterwards to fight Gothmenis. So I'll save the Beholder Caves and Bane's Dimension for the final video. And then we'll be good. We'll be good. Okay? So my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Pools of Darkness. And I'll see you fine folks in the next part.